Hello! Meet Rainbow Fish and the Wise Octopus. Have you heard the story of Rainbow Fish and the Wise Octopus? Well, it's the story that recently both Sana and Sama and me too have fallen in love with. So Rainbow Fish was a very beautiful fish who had rainbow scales, as you can see, and he was very proud, so he had no friends. But upon listening to the advice of the wise octopus, this rainbow fish starts being generous with his scales, starts giving a scale to every new fish he meets, and so he has lots of friends. He is no longer the prettiest fish in the ocean, but he has lots of friends, so he's happy. What a beautiful story with a beautiful moral and lots of opportunity to tie in activities with the story as a follow-on. So storytelling, I think, is an art, but storytelling can be made into more of an educational art if we can go beyond the narration of the story and get our children so involved with the story that the story begins to come alive in their life. Rainbow Fish gave us the opportunity to do exactly that. And just like Rainbow Fish, there have been other stories which I've been dedicating an hour to every morning so that the kids can not just listen to the story being read by me or being narrated, but they can also enact the story afterwards or do some crafts. For example, look at this rainbow fish. I think you can tell that Sana wants to show off her own work. Well, let me talk about it. All right, the rainbow fish is actually an origami fish that Sana made herself. And it was also a great opportunity for both Sama and Sana to color in the rainbow colors and learn the sequence of the rainbow colors through this rainbow fish story exercise. Similarly, for the octopus, they made the octopus. There was a great opportunity to use their motor skills, do some cutting, pasting, gluing, and really engaging with the story in an experiential manner. So storytelling has always been a big part. It's been a big ritual during our travel schooling year, but so it is for most parents, and bedtime stories are a big thing. Lot of parents, lot of you take a lot of interest in reading to your kids, which is superb. My point today is that storytelling needs to go beyond the telling of the story. It needs to become more of an experienced reality for the kids. And trust me, children have a very fertile imagination. The more experiential and the more enacted story the story becomes in their life, they start imagining and improvising upon the characters and the events and the scenarios in the story. It is a hugely imaginative and educational experience for them. Unfortunately, these days, most of the stories that our children receive come through digital sources. So they are either watching an animation movie, or they are watching a cartoon film, or being shown some kind of a digital content for them to understand the story. That's all fine, but I feel that storytelling is too magical and too important to leave it and be outsourced completely to Disney and Pixar. It needs to be more of an involved activity for real people in their real surroundings. Think back to your favorite story, right? Chances are you didn't see it as a movie or a cartoon film. It was probably a fable that your grandmother fabricated when you demanded a story late at night. Or some fairy tale that you read in a school textbook. I'll tell you mine. Mine was Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves from the Arabian Nights, and to this day, it is still my favorite story of all times. Childhood is a magical phase because of the rich and complex imagination power that children have, and stories augment this imagination power. I think the stay-at-home phase is an excellent opportunity for us to really encourage that imagination through storytelling and story enactment as much as we can. There are many resources online for story narration which are now being made free. For example, Audible has made its entire collection of stories for children free. So listening to those stories and enacting those stories out, getting your children to say the dialogues along with the story, is everything can be done. Another really interesting resource, and thanks Pradnya Vyas for sharing this, is that astronauts in the International Space Station are actually reading children's storybooks out, and you'll find the link below this video if you'd like your kid to access that. There are other resources on YouTube too, where senior citizens are volunteering to read kids' storybooks out to them. So there's plenty out there. I would urge you to carry on with the bedtime reading and the storytelling that you have been doing ever since probably your kids were infants, but take it a step beyond and bring the story from the telling or the narration phase of it and bring it alive in the lives of your children. So that's my point today. Let's go from magical storytelling to magical story living. Stay at home, stay safe, stay calm, and enjoy your fantastical stories.